This is gonna be my first video of the year. It's been rough. It hasn't been a great year YouTube wise, and I guess I should be thankful for that because that's my only complaint. And look, I've been watching some videos like blowing up and I see the effort. For example, the Nick Shirley video of the scams is like, oh my god, how can I expect to get views just sitting here talking about my feelings? It's not my feelings, but it's talking about whatever I want, and that it's a really, really important thing you gotta do for videos. You gotta talk about things people want to hear, people want to learn, because if not, it's just like a ego trip. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sit here, speak my mind, and people are gonna want to listen. And it usually doesn't work like that unless you're really interesting or attractive or whatever. But look, I just need to do this. So I have some ideas about what I wanted to talk about. One of the videos I want to do is about the book I Want to Die, but I Want to Eat Tteokbokki, which is a book that I talked on my last video. I already finished it, and I got the sequel. It's not amazing to me. It's probably for teens, but it caught my mind because I grew up surrounded by. I grew up in a environment, self-made environment of anxiety, addiction, depression, weight management problems, stuff like that. So addiction and depression and all that, it's close to me. I mean, I'm a psychologist, and wow, it's so the battery lid it's open. I don't know why. I actually started studying psychology after I went to a summer camp to change my behaviors. Before that, I never thought about it. And a friend who also went to that summer camps told me she was studying psychology, and I thought, okay, that sounds good. That sounds easy because I've been at that time I was on my third uh, career. My yeah, that my first I first started studying business administration, but that was just because I didn't know what to study, and I went to study English, and I was too good at English at the beginning. I know my pronunciation doesn't sound that great. I lost practice, but I understand everything. And when I went to study English, I was already really good. So I started at the last level, and I finished really quick. And I was like scared they're gonna bring me back. So I said, okay, I want to start my university here. So I picked business administration since my parents had a business. That didn't work out. I used to like partying. How do you say that word? I like partying a lot, and I failed everything. I didn't care. I never cared about school, so I didn't go to classes except when I don't know a few, just to fulfill obligations to see people. But all I missed my friends from my international student friends, so they were still studying English. So I wanted to be with them, and I was too young. I was always the youngest when I was studying abroad. And time passed, and well, the party ended, and I had to come back. So I had to study, and the first thing I picked was international business because I wanted to be able to travel And after I came back, I was really depressed. I didn't like coming back to living with my family again because I was too free before. And I was depressed, I didn't like anything, and I like partying still, but it was just like an escape from my reality. So I never cared about school. I failed again. I switched careers again. Then I started failing again. And actually, my dad told me, like, why don't you quit school and just work? And I said, yeah, that sounds good. But I did that for like a year. And then I went to summer camp again. And after I came back, I said I want to study psychology. And I loved it. I loved psychology and I loved human nature. And my goal was I want to understand everything about humans. This was more than 10 years ago. And I still love it. I still want to understand everything about humans. And maybe I know now that it's not gonna be possible, but it's something that helped me find a purpose. I wanted to understand humans. I wanted to, and at that time, like evolution wasn't as mainstream as it is now. So I was like always. It was really impactful to learn stuff like why we like certain kind of foods, why we like certain kind of people, why we behave in certain ways, why we have certain emotions. Yeah, all explained by evolution. It was so amazing, and although I still feel like that things are not as impactful now because I mean I've been studying human nature for more than 10 years, so I feel like I'm in a really, I forgot how you say that, but I'm in a slump, I guess. Well, I'm getting diminishing returns for my studying, for my reading. So I'm starting to mix with philosophy, with other branches of psychotherapy, even some biographies, because, for example, I have this now here, which it's really boring to me, but I'm gonna try to do it. But I'm also reading the chimpanzee evolution, and you always learn stuff, but that's gonna be the point of this video. When I once was talking to a guy from AA. I was not a member, but he asked me, "What is it that you think that makes some people stay here?" For example, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. It's been like that for more than 10 years. And to me, like some people who go to those places, they think, "Oh, it's my higher power," but I don't think so. I mean, we gotta define higher power. If you define higher power as a purpose, then yes, you got to find something that makes your life worth living. Why would you want to stop drinking if your life sucks? And to me, like I said, okay, I cannot drink. I was too young. I wasn't an alcoholic. I don't think, but I decided I didn't want to do it. And to me, psychology, understanding humans, gave purpose to me. It's something that still every day it's important to me. I chase understanding the human. Maybe I want to understand me, maybe, but that's it. I'm always trying to understand, and I want to be the best psychologist. That was my goal. Now I know it's kind of dumb to want to be the best psychologist because how would you measure it? But I think I'm pretty good because I really love what I study. I really love what I do. And that's what keeps me going. It's like, in a way, it's like deceiving yourself to chase something that doesn't exist. But in a way, that's good because you always have a purpose. And yeah, that was my answer back then. You gotta chase something. And to me, I mean, I like video games and all that. So this is a. I wish some people would make it to this far because I know it could help them. Yes, you need to find something that, and that's actually what a motivational interview is. It helps you to find your reasons for changing. You can hear a cat, my sworn enemies. Anyway, you need to find purpose. You need to find something. And it doesn't have to be like really crazy. I was actually playing Stardew Valley, which video games were something that at the beginning helped me a lot. But I was always a person who had dreams, not goals. And dreams are like for children, I think, because they don't exist, you cannot grasp them. There's no direction to follow. I mean, you can have a dream like, oh, I want to be a famous YouTuber or a celebrity or a rock star. And that's actually were my dreams. I wanted to be a rock star. I want to be a famous writer, but that's kind of not realistic. You gotta your goals have to be okay. I want to write. I want to do videos, and just keep like in a way chasing something that moves you. But it's a really thin line because you can go from motivation to despair if your ideas are wrong. Like if you blame yourself, if you feel like worthless unless you make that goal happen. So anyway, this is the starting of the year. I'm gonna dive more into that. Maybe if you care, you can follow, you can ask. And if you're struggling with depression, with addiction, there's there's hope. But sometimes your mind is telling you like, why would I try? What's the point? And yeah, it seems like that because you're like living in deceive. Your mind deceives you and tells you like nothing is gonna be fun anymore. I am a really, or was kind of him, a really shy person. So I thought, how am I ever gonna make a move with a girl, with a woman? I'm never gonna be. I actually remember my first kiss, my first sober kiss, because before that every move I made was because I was drinking. I was like brave. Anyway, maybe that was, how do you say that, TMI? Yeah, too much TMI. But it doesn't matter. Okay, bye.